Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Lisa Blaisdell. Happy Thursday. Happy week before Thanksgiving. I cannot believe Thanksgiving is nearly here. I am going to record this. Oh, it is recording. And I want to welcome you to our One Simple Change webinar. I'm so excited that you guys are with us tonight. I am doing this for the first time, so I'm really excited and I'm a little nervous because webinars, going live, all of it merging together, screen sharing. This is all fun technology stuff and we're learning here together. So I just want to thank you guys for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, we're so excited that you took a few minutes to come and learn some tips and some really important yet simple strategies on how you can stay healthy. So before I get this webinar started, I want to make sure I'm live. Yay, I'm live. And I see friends are joining us. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm multi-devicing here so that I can see your comments and also be focused on my presentation that I'm going to open up in just a sec here. So, hey, Julie. Hi, Regina. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jen. Staying up late in New Hampshire. Hi, Joni. Hi, Irene. So I'm super excited. So the first thing I want to ask you guys before we get into the presentation is if you were with us last week with the water challenge, how are you doing this week with your water? I hope that the challenge challenged you, and I hope it inspired you to keep drinking more water and just be more mindful of your water intake. I know it did for me. And it just really made me much more aware that we really do need to be drinking a lot of water. So especially with the holidays coming up with so many other distractions and things happening, I hope that that fun 5 days inspired you guys. So I'm excited about that. Feel free to drop any comments about the water challenge. So we're going to be giving away some prizes tonight, and I'll probably do this at the end. I've got some really cool and relevant healthy holiday cookbooks that I actually had made. I have 3 of these, so 3 lucky people whose names I just randomly pick. I'm going to mail these to you. These are all out of our cookbook, The Healthy Living Revolution, which is a great resource, and you can get that online, but we had these actually made. It's just sometimes nice to have a hard copy of something. I also have a couple of very relevant for Thanksgiving spatulas for the kitchen. So these are brand new. Don't worry, I didn't take them out of my kitchen. So we'll send those to a couple people as well. So let's get into this. I want to get going and I want to honor everybody's time. Now I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna screen share here, and hopefully you guys can see this in just a second. I am going to put us in slideshow, and we're going to talk about inspiring healthy living. So I'm just going to give it a second because there is a little bit of a delay, but I think you can see the slides here. Oh, good, Shannon. You're still drinking strong. I'm so happy. You were amazing. You were amazing. Okay, so I think we're ready to rock and roll here. So we're going to learn about how simple changes can make a really great difference in your health, okay? And this is hopefully information that you can take with you. And, you know, let me just say up front that the people who invited you onto this page tonight, they invited you here because they care about you. They care about your health. The same goes for me personally. I care about all of you and your health. And this is such an important topic for so many of us. And we really are passionate about this education. You know, whether this is a fit for you or not, we hope that you will just enjoy this education. Maybe someone that you love and care about can really benefit from this. Invite them onto this page and they can watch this at a time that's convenient for them. So we're first going to get into some kind of sobering statistics. And I never want to be a Debbie Downer, but this is the reality of the way that we are living today. And that is that we are an unhealthy society. 1 in 4 of us will die of heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer in his or her lifetime, which is just horrible. We all have probably not just one, but several people in our lives that we love and care about that are going through cancer. Maybe one of those people is you. So, you know, this is just an unbelievable epidemic in our country. And, you know, children are getting adult cancers, and it just goes on and on. 1 in 3 of us will have diabetes by 2050. I mean, that is not far away. That is 20 years away. and 1 in 3 children is obese. Our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. And that is Dr. David Katz of Yale University. You can actually Google that statistic and it will go right back to him. He's been on CNN talking about this. It's tough. And that's why we're so glad that you're here and you're so open to this information, because we can do something about it. So some more sobering statistics is that we have a lot of toxins in our planet, and this is only increasing. And I think everyone is very aware of this. Things like pollution, water contaminants, pesticides, chemicals, medications that are in our water, the products that we're using. I think we're all doing a better job. There's some great companies with some great alternatives, but I grew up using stuff I don't even want to admit, and all that went into my bloodstream. And then of course plastic. So we're breathing this, we're putting it on our bodies. We could just go on and on about it, but the reality is that it does impact our health, and our food quality is decreasing. 90% of the food eaten in America is processed today. 90%. And I think we all do the best we can, but I'm sure that there are still things in my pantry that have preservatives, that have flavor enhancers, growth hormones, GMOs, synthetic vitamins. We really, really need to be careful and just strip it down to whole foods, and we'll talk about that. 80% of the foods at grocery stores didn't exist 100 years ago, right? Think about it. Think about what our grandparents grew up on, what our parents grew up on, what we grew up on. It is very different than what my kids grew up on. I think we'd all admit that. And then also because of the mass production that we have to produce our food with, things like broccoli have lost 80% of its nutritional value. So this is just all adding up to a lot of things that have really gone awry in our healthcare system today. So what do we need to do to be healthier? We need to exercise and move every day. I always encourage people to do what they love, find a buddy. I was out of my routine today. I didn't get to the gym. My whole day felt off. It really did. Even though I moved, even though I went for a few walks throughout the day, I just felt off. We need to drink more water, and we worked on that last week. And we'll do some more challenges next year, and we would love to hear from you guys. If there's a particular area that you'd love to do a challenge with next year, please reach out to the people that invited you here. We want to encourage and inspire you, and we want to meet your needs. So if there's a challenge here that makes you excited for 2020, let's do it. We need to sleep, and women, we are so bad at this. I mean, I know for me, there's always something more I can be doing, and I just end up, really too tired before I go to bed. Managing stress, guys, I mean, we live in a chronically stressed society, and here we go. We're entering into the holiday season, which is supposed to be the most joyful, but I know for a lot of people, for so many different reasons, it's very stressful. So what can we be doing every day to manage our stress? Getting into nature, going for walks, being around animals, being around people we love. For me, I like to have a really nice bedtime routine, meditating, reading. So just really getting in the practice of taking care of ourselves. Of course, environmental changes, and I'm really grateful that there's so many options so that we can clean our house in healthier ways instead of harsh chemicals. And then, of course, that we're going to focus on eating real food. So how are you guys doing? Oh, good. You're still with me. I'm so glad. So let's focus on fruits and vegetables, because 75% of diseases are preventable with good nutrition. So all those couple of last slides that I know are really hard to take in, just have hope, because we can take control of this process by what we put in our mouth every day. And that's Dr. William Sears, who's a renowned pediatrician, author of over 47 books. He's actually speaking here locally the first week of December. The person who invited you onto this page hopefully has told you about that. He's really such an incredible advocate in the world of health. We're really grateful to have him. So oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a process that happens into our bodies from the moment we're born. Okay, we are born, and by default of breathing and eating and burning food for fuel, literally from the moments we take our first breath as a baby, we are enduring oxidative stress. So we get 10,000 oxidative hits to our DNA per cell per day in human beings. And this is all caused by poor nutrition, medication, smoking, stress, toxins, and all the things that we talked about. And if you think about what happens to an apple when you cut it in half, you can see obviously it turns brown. But I don't know if any of you guys do this. I used to do this with my kids, is if you squeeze some lemon juice on it, it slows that process down. And that is because the antioxidants, when they hit the apple, it slows down the oxidation process. So that is why we need to eat tons and tons and tons of fruits and vegetables. Hi, everybody. I'm still here with you. So the news isn't that good fruits and vegetables are good for you. It's that they're so good for you that they could save your life. And I remember when this Time magazine article came out in 2003, I was just learning about this. And it was so like shocking to me. I grew up in a small town in New England where, you know, my aunts and my grandmothers, we all, like, everyone grew a lot of food. We canned a lot of food, but I never knew why fruits and vegetables were so important. And it was just really incredible to me, and it still is. So we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And athletes, okay, and this includes kids that are athletes. And by athlete, I mean if you work out 90 minutes or more 6 days a week, which a lot of regular normal people do. Some of you watching this live do. That's really not a lot if you think about it. You need 16 to 18 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. So why so many? Because our produce today is picked too early. It's transported thousands of miles, okay? Think about all the toxins in the trucks. Like, look at that truck with all the oranges in it. Think about, you know, where that came from. 90% of Americans are just not eating enough, so we need to eat more. And what we're eating is deficient. And I showed in a couple of slides ago that 80% of broccoli doesn't have the nutritional value in it. And that's why we need to eat so many. And then of course, we're just not getting the variety. I mean, I like my 5 to 6 veggies that I eat week after week. I have a couple fruits, berries, but I'm not eating some of the things that I know I should be eating every single day. So let's talk about vitamins for a second. 70% of Americans are trying to fill the gap with a multivitamin for good reason, because they know that they need to bridge the gap. And that's really, you know, good intention. But the reality is that a multivitamin still has very few isolated nutrients compared to Mother Nature with this apple. So this ingredient list here that you see next to this green apple represents just a quarter of the thousands and thousands of plant chemicals, phytochemicals that are working synergistically to go and heal your body and get into your cells and do your body good. So it's really amazing when you think about the power that fruits and vegetables and Mother Nature has. You just can't replicate that with an isolated man-made supplement. And what I've learned over the years from going to so many hundreds of health lectures is that every single day our bodies need something different. I mean, today my body needed something different than it needed yesterday, right? You know, depending on how I'm sleeping and what's going on and my stress levels. And we can't outsmart our bodies with vitamins. We need to fuel it with food. So research has shown that vitamins may do more harm than good. And there have been several studies, and I won't get into those tonight, but the research does show that whole foods protect our bodies. So our community provides a lot of resources for healthy living, and we love these resources and we want to share them with you. The person who invited you onto this page and onto this webinar can definitely pass along some of these online e-recipes, and we're going to do some of this stuff in December. We have a lot of salad in a jar, meal prep parties. Maybe you've been to one in your community before. I know I've got to get on and do one, probably even before Christmas, because I know that it's a crazy time of year and people need to have some fast food to go, and why not have a great salad? And then we have monthly health webinars. In fact, we had an awesome webinar about an hour ago from former NFL player and coach for the Carolina Panthers, Ricky Prohl, talking about the role that nutrition plays in athletes. And I just love learning from a variety of these speakers. So this is my family. If you don't know me, I live in Southern California. And 19 years ago, we were introduced to a solution that I'm going to share with you guys. And it's hard to believe that these big, beautiful girls that you see in this picture, my 2 daughters, were babies. My Sophie, whose 19th birthday is today, was a newborn baby. when my family was at the lowest of its lows in terms of our health. We were at urgent care on a regular basis. And by I mean a regular basis, I mean like every 3 to 4 weeks. We had antibiotics in our house all the time. My oldest daughter here on my left had a lot of upper respiratory issues. By the time she was 3, she had had pneumonia twice. She was heading down the road of asthma, and I could not stop the chronic sinus infections, the chronic everything that I just seemed to be on this hamster wheel. And we were introduced to a solution called Juice Plus. Maybe some of you already are familiar with it. Maybe some of you are not. Concentrated whole food, fruits and vegetables in a capsule and in chews. And I was extremely open because I was extremely frustrated and I wanted to do something. And food made sense to me. I trusted the moms that were sharing this information with me. And I said yes, because I really just wanted to make a change. So we, within a few couple short months, I'd say 3 to 4 months, I noticed that my energy was improving. I noticed that I didn't have to take my 3-year-old to urgent care all the time. Sure, she was still getting colds, just like every typical 3-year-old, but I noticed it wasn't moving and progressing into a secondary infection. And my baby was really healthy. I mean, she didn't have any of the croup, any of the stuff that my older one had had. And over time, it'll be 19 years in January. I mean, we are an unrecognizable family. And I'm so grateful that my now adult daughters value their health. They care about what they eat. Sure, they're super typical and they make all kinds of not so great choices all the time, but they know better. And they also make more good choices than they do bad. And we haven't had an antibiotic in this house in a really long time. I haven't been sick in over 2 years. And, I haven't mentioned my husband, but he was a little slow to come on board with us. However, his father passed away at the age of 59 from a sudden heart attack. He got up and went to work on a Monday and he never came home. And that was a really hard time for his family. And he does not want that to be his story. He also lost his mom at a very young age to Alzheimer's. And so he knows that he has to be proactive about his health. And so although he will tell you that he doesn't feel any different, I will tell you that at almost 58, he goes to yoga twice a day. He goes to boxing classes. He works out with, his friends. He leads a very active lifestyle, and he is going to fight and he's going to win that DNA battle because we know that he can turn off those genes that he was dealt. So this is something that we are really passionate about as a family. Juice Plus is a way to add nutrition from over 30 fruits, veggies, and berries to your diet. These whole foods are harvested and peaked at the peak of ripeness so that the nutrition is intact. It's preserved immediately. So all the produce, including some of the peels, the leaves, the seeds, they're juice and they're dried into powders. So for example, you're getting the broccoli leaves. You're getting the seeds and the skin of an orange, which has more vitamin C than the actual orange itself. Now, I don't know about you, but I have not eaten an orange peel lately, nor do I plan to. Our plant powders are put into capsules or delicious chews for your kids, and I'll talk about that. And then we have an omega blend, which I am so, so obsessed with. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm obsessed with our omega blend. We do not have any fish based in these omegas. We go straight to the source of the algae, the berries, and the seeds. And I have to say, I was, indifferent about the omegas when they came out 2 years ago, but I was really pleasantly surprised to notice a lot of improvements in my health, including more energy. And I started to remember my dreams. And I thought that was really weird. So I figured something in my brain woke up. So this is what's in Juice Plus. You get food. Now, is this a way to not eat your kale and your spinach and your broccoli? No, we want you to eat all of the produce that you can. We want you to eat all the fruits and vegetables. But we know that every day it's hard. When was the last time you had a cranberry? The last time I had a cranberry was last Thanksgiving. I'll have another one next week, a little bit, but it's full of sugar the way I make my cranberry sauce. So I know that getting cranberries every single day into my diet is absolutely incredible, and all of these different things. So we also have an incredible plant-based protein powder that I know some of you also love, called our Juice Plus Complete. This is a beautiful plant-based, vegan, non-GMO, gluten and dairy-free, I say all the buzzwords, with 13 grams of plant-based protein, 8 grams of fiber, Absolutely incredible ingredients, and it's low glycemic. So don't let the label scare you or fool you. This hits your bloodstream and it keeps your blood sugar stable. Diabetics love the complete because they really need to keep their blood sugars stable. And don't be scared of soy, friends. There is mounting, overwhelming evidence that whole, water washed, non-processed, non-GMO soy is so important to prevent breast cancer. So bring on the soy as long as it is whole, it's non-GMO, and it is not processed. So Juice Plus is unique. It's not a vitamin. It's fruit. It's fruits and vegetables. It's not taxed in my state where I live because it's food. It is NSF and third-party certified. And what that means is that it has the highest level of safety that a nutritional supplement can offer. It has no contaminants, no pesticides, no banned substances. It is safe for all ages. Pregnant women, you don't mess with pregnant women, friends. Pregnant women, there's research on women taking Juice Plus who are pregnant, nursing, elderly people. And it also has an NSF sports certification for pro athletes. And the reason why this is because they cannot take anything. They go into their locker rooms and their coaches say, and this happens at the collegiate level, dump it all. But if you have an NSF certification for sports, then as a professional athlete or a collegiate athlete, you can take Juice Plus. And this actually came because we had several athletic teams cross country that wanted their athletes taking Juice Plus. So we had to provide them with this level of safety level. It is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world, and I'll cover that super quickly. 20 years of gold standard research at leading hospitals and universities. This method is randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, tested on the product itself, human clinical trials, not on rats and mice, published in peer-reviewed journals that we have nothing to do with, friends, and it's ethical. You cannot buy your way into these peer-reviewed journals. We set up the parameters of the study, the university or the medical center takes over, and we are informed of the results, good, bad, or indifferent. And what the research has shown over 27 years, and what now thousands of doctors are able to recommend to their patients, is that Juice Plus is bioavailable, gets into your cells, it contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports immune health, protects our DNA, huge, reduces that oxidative stress I talked about at the beginning, supports healthy skin and gums, supports a healthy inflammatory response. You want a body that has very little inflammation. And that is what fruits and vegetables do, is they reduce your inflammation. Supports quality of life in cancer survivors, improves metabolism in overweight boys, supports lung health in smokers. Dr. Richard Du Bois says there is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has done. This, however, my friends, is my favorite study. This is where your kids, from the time they're 4 years old all the way up through college, can receive their Juice Plus at no cost to you. Comes at a cost to us, however, because we are invested in this research. This is the largest observational nutritional study done on kids anywhere in the world. We have over 1 million kids in this study, significant data. These surveys that are filled out, we take 100,000 of the top surveys every single year that, again, we have nothing to do with, and we process the data. And what do we learn about these kids who start taking Juice Plus? We learned that 60% of them miss fewer days of school, 66% go to the doctor less, 56% are taking fewer over-the-counter prescription drugs, 70% are consuming less fast food and drinks, 71% are drinking more water, and 61% are eating more fruits and vegetables. I don't know any parent that doesn't want this for their kids. I certainly did, and we have experienced most of these statistics. I'm really, really proud of our Children's Health Study. It's an amazing program. Of course, you can grow your own food with our tower gardens, which I won't spend too much time on because we're running low on time, but this is an amazing unit. And now we have our tower garden home. So get with the person who invited you. We're so passionate about our tower gardens. It is simple. It is simple, simple, simple. And we also have a 10-day reset program that will start in January, okay? Because we know everybody's going to want to really step it up in January because we know the toxins are formed in our fat cells, okay, you guys? And a lot of you are familiar with this as well. So we want to shed the toxins out by focusing on good nutrition in and less inflammatory foods in. So flooding with good nutrition, getting rid of the toxins, and the result is the fat is forced out because we're really forcing the toxins out. So when you do that, when you focus on really shedding the toxins, and this is not shed 10 pounds in 10 days, friends, let me just be clear. This is not a weight loss program, but we do notice that some people do experience that because they're getting rid of the toxins which are held from the fat. So there's no more rebound when that happens, when you're focused on the toxins getting out. And it's not about being skinny, it's about being healthy. So I want to share a couple stories before we close tonight. This is my friend Irene, beautiful Irene. Isn't she gorgeous? She had a career in law enforcement until some health challenges forced her into early retirement. She used to have to take daily naps and she suffered from a lot of pain. She's had several surgeries. Since starting on the capsules and incorporating the Shred 10, she loves our Shred 10. She has way more energy, no more naps. She ran her first LA marathon last year with her sister, which I know she's very proud of, and she should be. It's a huge feat. And she's living a very healthy and active lifestyle. She is not a young whippersnapper. She's my age. She's beautiful. She's vibrant, and she has her health back. My friend Kristen, who's also amazing, she is a registered dietitian, personal trainer, and former D1 athlete. She was always healthy, and yet she did suffer from really bad seasonal allergies and eczema since childhood. She was skeptical, but she was willing to give Juice Plus a try. And within a year of doing the plant concentrates and several shreds, Kristen is an incredible shred walking example and coach. She has been able to significantly reduce, sorry, I have a typo in my thing there, missed the R. She's been able to significantly reduce all of her allergy and eczema medication and maintain her very active lifestyle, road biking hundreds of miles a year throughout Tucson where she lives. So that's really cool as well. So handsome Logan here, this young man who is the son of one of our awesome members here on this page, he was a really sick and rundown kid. And I think a lot of us can relate to his story. I know I can because this was my life. He had everything from chronic strep throat to upper respiratory sicknesses to mono. And if you've had mono, your immune system is always going to be compromised. I had mono as a kid, and I've always had a more compromised immune system. He was sick all through high school and college. Countless rounds of antibiotics, tons of trips to urgent care. Probably, his mom was like tearing her hair out while he was away at college. So he started on the capsules 14 months ago, and he has really turned his immune system around. This is fruits and vegetables, guys. This is not a miracle. He's experienced very little sickness, no strep throat, and no visits to urgent care. That's life-changing. I mean, that is life-changing as a young man starting out your career and going into the workforce. The last thing you want to worry about is having to go and get on a round of antibiotics. So I love these stories. They warm my heart. They're why I do what I do. Juice Plus is affordable. It is way less than a cup of Starbucks that we all, we're going to go in and get in the next couple of weeks and enjoy our pumpkin spice and our peppermint spice. The Juice Plus Children's Health Study allows kids to be no cost to you, and getting older into older kids are complete. I call it the best fast food option you'll have for just a little over $2 a serving. It's way better than a McDonald's or, Taco Bell. And then of course our incredible omegas are only $1 a day. I mean, they're just a gift. So we really encourage you to check it out and to join us and to get started. Maybe this is the time that you're ready to kickstart your health into a new direction. Or maybe you just want to learn more. So please get with the person who invited you. On December 1st, we're going to have fun in this page, and we're going to have the 12 days of smoothies. Every single day, we're just going to post really simple, either a smoothie recipe or a healthy treat. We're going to just post it. We're going to give you the information, and then we're going to encourage you guys to post what you're doing. We're going to have a couple prizes throughout, so we're always giving away prizes and making it fun. But we thought, why not kick off your December on a healthy path and just really encourage you to make some healthy choices? Because I know that when I start my day, you know, flooding my body, putting in great plants, using our complete, I'm more apt to have a much healthier day. So I want to thank you guys. That was a little longer than 30 minutes. I'm loving all the people on this live. I'm so thankful that you hung in there with me. I managed screen share and all the rest. So now we're going to give away some prizes. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look for names and I'm just going to like pick you a prize. Okay. So I'm going to look for names that I don't know. I know a lot of you. And so my friend Morgan in Simi Valley, I see you're watching, my friend. I'm going to send you one of these cookbooks. You're going to love this because I know you're always cooking healthy. Okay. And I also see our girl Shannon. Shannon, you're just amazing. I'm so proud of you, Shannon. You're definitely going to get a cookbook. And who else? Oh my gosh, there's so many of you guys. I'm so proud of us. Who else do I see here? I'm so happy. Ivy, my friend Ivy, I'm going to send you a cookbook. Okay, I gotta keep track of all you guys. I have to go into secretary mode now. Don't worry, I won't forget. My friends won't let me forget. Okay, I got two more things. Ivy and Shannon, bear with me. Hi everybody. Yes, woohoo. Okay, I got two more things. I've got Lourdes. Hi, Lourdes. Welcome. You're going to get a cool little green spatula that is great for cooking. Okay, so Lourdes, get with the person who invited you on this page and we'll make sure that we get your address. Okay, so I need you to do that. And then one more is going to go to, I need a comment, friends. Lourdes, I'm so glad you commented. Okay, we're almost done. Let's see. Yeah, prizes galore, Nicole. I mean, I'm just giving away the farm here. I might not even have a house next week. No, I'm just kidding. I have one more. I need one more name. Even my husband wants a prize. Wow, I am the prize. All right, I'm gonna let one of you guys pick the last winner. How's that? We'll come back to the comments and I got one more that I'm gonna give away. So I appreciate you all so much. I hope this information inspired you. Please get with the person who invited you if you have more questions or if you wanna learn more, and hang out with us for the 12 days of smoothies. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna go live, I'll put my apron on. I mean, Martha stewarded up. And there's a lot of us that have super cool, fun, creative recipes to have some really fun, healthy treats. And so I hope you will join us. Everyone have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. And thank you so much. Good night.